Assalamualaikum everybody. We are starting simple and compound interest. Okay. We know. Okay. So you need to know what interest is. Can anybody tell me what that is? Interest. ये parents भी सुन सकते हैं. Okay guys. What is interest? देखो interest क्या होता है? You borrow some money from a bank. Let's say you borrow 5 lakh and then you have to return it. When you return the same money to the bank, you don't return 5 lakh. You return 5 lakh and some extra amount. That is how banking sectors work. You have to give back certain interest depending on the rate of interest that was decided earlier. Secondly, interest से आपका फायदा भी हो सकता है. Let's say you put 5 lakh into a saving account. After a year, when you withdraw the same money, you don't get 5 lakh back, you get more money back. So that is also interest. So if you're borrowing money, you have to pay interest. If you're investing money, you get interest. Okay, that is the concept of interest. We have two kinds of interest in our syllabus: simple interest and compound interest. Simple interest has a very basic formula, which is I equals PRT over 100. Let me share the right screen. That is enough. So the formula is I equals PRT over 100. हराम होता तो ये सारी इस्लामिक बैंकिंग वाले बैंक्स इसको ना फॉलो कर रहे होते. वो भी आपको अगर मनी लेंड करें तो उस पर इंटरेस्ट लेते हैं, और वो उसके पास भी अगर आप पैसे इन्वेस्ट करें तो आपको वापस इंटरेस्ट मिलता है. सो देयर आर सर्टेन फतवाज ऑन इट. कुछ सर्टेन कंडीशंस के साथ इट इज अलाउड, और पूरी दुनिया में चल रहा है. सऊदी अरब में चल रहा है, पाकिस्तान में मीजान बैंक इज एन इस्लामिक बैंक, अलाइड बैंक इज एन इस्लामिक बैंक. सो जो हम पढ़ रहे हैं that is not haram. So let's get over that. Okay. The formula is, for simple interest, the formula is I equals PRT over 100. I is obviously the interest. P is called the principal. That's the amount that you're either borrowing or investing. Amount borrowed or amount invested. All right. Rate is the rate of interest that is given in the question. It is in the form of percentage. And T is the time duration mentioned. You're borrowing money for 5 years or you're investing money for 5 years, that's also mentioned. One thing you need to account for is that the unit of rate and time needs to be the same. Like if they say rate is 4% per year, then the time must also be given in years. So if they say the rate is 4% per month, but the time is given in years, so then you'll first need to do unit conversion and change the time into months as well. Okay, unit का ख्याल रखना है. In most of the questions, they give the same unit of rate and time. So that's not a worry, but they do sometimes give a unit conflict in the same question. Okay, so Hans invests $750 for 8 years at the rate of 2% per year, simple interest. Calculate the interest hands receives. So since this is simple interest, we'll quickly write the formula. Interest is equals to PRT upon 100. Okay, so I is unknown. What is P in this question? Very good, 750. The money invested or the money borrowed, depending on what kind of question is this. So 750 is the money invested. What is the rate in this question? 2. Okay. Times, what's the time? 8 upon 100. Okay. Why did I not do any unit conversion? Because uh, time is in years and rate is also per year. So there is no unit conflict. Okay. Can I know what this is equals to? 120? Okay. So $120 is the interest. Yeah. Question 2. ये ले लो. All right, question 2 now. Can anybody check that this was the right answer?
Yes.
Okay. Samantha invests $600 at a rate of 2% per year, simple interest. Calculate the interest Samantha earns in 8 years. So since this is simple interest, same formula, I equals PRT over 100. We'll substitute all the values. Interest is 600. Rate is 2. Time is 8 years over 100. Okay, this gives us 96. 8 into 2 into 6. $96 is the interest. Okay. By the way, question 1 to question 5 are all non-calculators questions, so you should not be using a calculator. Calculator ke baghair honge. Question 3. Emily invests $X at a rate of 3% per year simple interest. After 5 years, she has $20.1. Find the value of X. All right, so simple interest is mentioned in the question. So the formula we will be using is I is equals to PRT over 100. Is the interest. So yes, 20.10 will replace I. Equals to Emily invests $X. So P is X times rate is 3 times time is 5 years and time is in years and rate is also per year. So there's no problem with the unit times 100. So now we cross multiply. This becomes 2010 after multiplying with 100 divided by 15 equals X. Start cancelling with 5. What do we get? 5 threes are, and what does this become? When we cancel it with 5? 9. When we cancel 2010, 42 तो गलत होगा. 4, ठीक है, 4 is correct. Then you cannot divide 1 with 5. So you write 0. That could also work. That could also work. अच्छा, this becomes 402, sorry. ठीक है, 0 आता है बीच में, 442 नहीं होगा, 402 होगा. हाँ. Now you cancel it with 3 and you get 1, 3 and 4. लिखा हुआ है वर्कशीट के स्टार्ट में. Okay. So this comes out to be 134. Question 4. Shania invests $750 at the rate of 2% per year simple interest. Calculate the total amount Shania has after 5 years. They did not ask for the interest. They were asked for the total amount she has after 5 years. Total amount का formula होता है A is equals to principal plus interest. This is the formula. I think it's also given at the top of the worksheet. A is equals to P plus R. So if you have to find the total amount that the bank owes you or the total amount that you owe the bank is P, what was borrowed or what was invested, plus the interest on that amount. Okay, so A is equals to, what is principal? 750 plus interest is PRT over 100. So let's use that. Principal is 750, rate is 2, time is 5 upon 100. Okay. Now solve this. We get 750 plus ये 10 बन जाएगा. So 7500 over 100 is 75. So what do we get? 825. दो मिनट wait कर लो. Okay. Now we do question 4. Question 5. Jan invests $800 at the rate of 3% per year simple interest. Calculate the value of her investment at the end of 4 years. This is time. Okay. What have they asked for? Find क्या करना है? Calculate the value of her investment. What is this? Yeah, it is A, exactly. They've asked for A. So the value of her investment will be what was invested plus the interest. So same formula, P is already given 800 plus interest is PRT over 100. So 800 into rate into time over 100. This cancels out. Can you tell me what is this product? What do we get from 8 times 3 times 4? Again, 96, and then this becomes 896. You will not have your calculators in such question. Okay, this would be 8 into 12, which is 96. Okay. Question 6 onwards, you can use calculators. Okay. 6 is actually not really an interest question. You can even do it without knowing this chapter. This is a percentage question, actually. Ferry invests some money. The rate of interest for the first year is 2.5%. At the end of the second year, the overall percentage increase of Ferry's investment is 6.6%. Find the rate of interest for the second year. Okay, so first she invested some money. इसको मैं year 0 कह रही हूँ. फिर year 1 and then year 2. Ferry invests some money. We don't know what that money is. The rate of interest for the first year is 2.5%. So you will assume a starting value. कोई भी value ले सकते हो. Even you can use algebra. X भी ले सकते हो. But I would suggest X नहीं लो क्योंकि हर बच्चे का algebra इतना अच्छा नहीं होता. Percentages में what is the best value to assume? जिसकी हमें percentage निकालना आसान. 100. तो अगर हम 100 ले लेना तो हमारी बाकी वर्किंग आसान हो जाएगी, क्योंकि अब अगर इफ आई नीड टू इंक्रीज 100 बाय 2.5%, तो वो क्या बनेगा? Yes, उसमें simply 2.5 add हो जाएगा. So now my working becomes a lot easier. So then this will be 102.5. And if you don't know how this is 1.25, 102.5, you can do 100 plus we have to increase it by 2.5%. So 2.5% of 100. यही बनता है. ठीक है? It is the same thing because this and this cancels and you get 102.5. Okay. At the end of the second year, the overall percent increase of Fairy's investment is 6.6%. अब इसको 6.6% बढ़ाएंगे तो क्या बनेगा? 106.6. That was the whole point of assuming the starting value to be 100. Okay. Now you need the percentage increase between these two. Percentage increase अगर आपने यहाँ पे की थी ग्रेड 8 तो ग्रेड 8 में सीखी हुई है. किसी को याद है फॉर्मूला परसेंटेज इंक्रीज का? How do I find the percentage increase? पहले वैल्यू 102.5 थी, अब 106.6 हो गई है. इनिशियल नहीं, यूं भी कर सकते हो. ठीक है, जो फॉर्मूला होता है ना वो ये होगा, इन दोनों का डिफरेंस ओवर ओरिजिनल वैल्यू इनटू 100. ठीक है, सो परसेंटेज इंक्रीज का अगर मैं फॉर्मूला लिखवाऊं, सो original into 100, increase in amount over original into 100. So how much is the increase? That's the difference. The difference of these two over which of these two is the original value? 102.5 or 106.6? Original कौन सी है? Yeah, 102.5 into 100. Can I have the answer? Difference over original into 100. Exactly 4. So 4% is the percentage increase. I will quickly check. Answer for 6 is 4. Okay, so this wasn't a formal question on simple interest or compound interest. Okay. That would be all for today.